Imagine this. You're enjoying a calm evening on your porch when a single mosquito lands silently on your arm. You brush it off without a second thought. But what if that tiny bite carried something deadly? Something that has been silently spreading across neighborhoods, hospitals, and entire countries? This isn't just an itch. This could be dengue fever, the silent threat that might be lurking right in your own backyard. Dengue fever is one of the most rapidly spreading mosquito-borne viral diseases in the world today. Caused by the dengue virus, transmitted primarily by the Aedes aegypti mosquito, it infects millions each year. And unlike malaria, which is often associated with rural areas, dengue thrives in cities, towns, and even your very own neighborhood. It doesn't discriminate. Anyone can be its victim. So why do doctors call it the silent threat? Because most people who get bitten don't even realize they're infected at first. The incubation period, the time between being bitten and showing symptoms, can last up to a week. In that time, the virus quietly multiplies in your body, preparing to strike. When symptoms finally appear, they can seem deceptively similar to the flu: sudden high fever, severe headaches, pain behind the eyes, muscle and joint aches so bad it's nicknamed breakbone fever, nausea, vomiting, and skin rashes. But here's the terrifying part. In severe cases, dengue can progress to dengue hemorrhagic fever or dengue shock syndrome, conditions that cause bleeding, organ failure, and death if untreated. Let's pause for a story. In 2019, a 12-year-old boy in Manila went from having a mild fever to collapsing within days. Despite being rushed to the hospital, he died from internal bleeding caused by severe dengue. His case shook his community, sparking awareness campaigns about mosquito control and early diagnosis. Sadly, stories like his aren't rare. The World Health Organization estimates that half the world's population is now at risk of dengue, with cases rising dramatically in Asia, Latin America, and even parts of the United States. So how do doctors diagnose dengue? Blood tests can detect the virus or the antibodies your body produces to fight it. But timing is critical. Early detection can mean the difference between recovery and life-threatening complications. And here's the frustrating truth. There is no specific antiviral cure for dengue. Treatment is supportive, meaning rest, fluids, and fever, reducing medications like paracetamol. But even here, caution is vital. Medications like aspirin or ibuprofen, which many people take for fevers, can actually worsen dengue by increasing the risk of bleeding. That's why self-medicating is dangerous. For severe cases, hospitalization is necessary. Patients are monitored for bleeding, dehydration, and dangerously low platelet counts. Doctors may give IV fluids and blood transfusions. The key is close monitoring, because dengue can escalate quickly. Prevention, therefore, becomes the most powerful weapon. And here's where the battle starts, in your very own backyard. The Aedes aegypti mosquito breeds in stagnant water, buckets, flower pots, old tires, even bottle caps. They're daytime biters, and they love urban environments. That means cleaning up your surroundings, covering water containers, and using mosquito nets and repellents isn't just good hygiene. It could save lives. Governments and communities also fight dengue through fumigation campaigns, spraying insecticides to kill mosquitoes. But the war is ongoing, because mosquitoes evolve resistance and adapt. That's why scientists are exploring new methods, from releasing genetically modified mosquitoes that can't reproduce, to using bacteria like Wolbachia to block the dengue virus inside the mosquito itself. What about vaccines? In 2015, the first dengue vaccine, Dengvaxia, was approved in some countries, but it came with controversy as it's only recommended for people who've already been infected before. Giving it to someone who has never had dengue can increase their risk of severe illness if they get infected later. Research is ongoing, and new vaccines are being tested, but for now, prevention through mosquito control remains the strongest line of defense. Now, let's zoom out for a moment. Historically, dengue isn't new. In fact, descriptions of breakbone fever date back to China in 265 AD. But in the last 50 years, globalization, urbanization, and climate change have given dengue the perfect environment to spread faster than ever before. Rising temperatures expand mosquito habitats. Crowded cities provide endless breeding grounds. And international travel means the virus can hop continents in a matter of hours. So what can you personally do to protect yourself and your family? Number 1. Eliminate standing water around your home every week. Number 2. Use insect repellent and wear long sleeves, especially during the day when Aedes mosquitoes are most active. Number 3. Stay alert to symptoms. If you or a loved one develops a high fever with body aches and rashes, seek medical help immediately. Early diagnosis saves lives. Dengue fever is often underestimated because it starts like a simple flu. But the truth is, it's a global health threat that has already claimed hundreds of thousands of lives. It's silent, it's sneaky, and it's right outside your door. So the next time you hear the faint buzz of a mosquito, don't take it lightly. That tiny insect could carry a virus capable of turning your life upside down. Protect yourself, protect your family, and remember, dengue fever may be a silent threat, but with awareness and action, it doesn't have to be a deadly one.